Game 2. Let's see if the distance is made by LNG in their home arena to take us to a third game and continue on what is the run to playoffs for both these teams in our match of the week. I have to find out from Clement, or anyone, if anyone from production wants to help me, that'd be great, what the actual chant is over in LNG's home stadium. Because like I said in game number 1, it's very, very different. But Raz taking us to the game. This time, there's no early first blood, there's no early invade. Standard fan outs. Sometimes it is refreshing to see.
Ooh, so we have seen this in the LCS. Broken Blade picked up the Azir for the top lane. Great amount of poke in lane. A lot of the times you put yourself in that one just to be able to take control of matchups. So, and also is this incredibly safe. We already saw how it operates within the mid lane. It's nice to be able to see that Renekton gets the matchup going up against Aurelia in mid, and Azir has a pretty safe lane for himself. Even if the wall shot comes in from the E from Camille, that you're going to be completely fine with your own combo to get out of there scot-free. So. Yep. It's going to be a lot of challenge for SofM to get a gank up top lane.
It's going to be difficult for Flandre to get some of these trades. Opted in for the Kleptomancy in that top lane, so it's not Grasp of the Undying, it's not Sustain. All Scout needs to do is constantly get that Electrocute proc and leave for the trade, and he should be just fine. That's
the issue, right? Going Klepto when we both looked at this and said that you're not getting a good lane.
Yeah.
Is really weird. Not a fan of it whatsoever, I think. Going Klepto in a bad matchup, especially a bad ranged matchup, not good.
He's already at half health. I mean, look at Flandre's health bar. Top right, ladies and gentlemen, take a gaze. Hits level 2, but he's at half health already, and so Scout feeling good. Must have gotten a couple of Electrocute procs off already, but having a look across different runes and nothing really that unusual, apart from the Unsealed Spellbook Brom, which we've been seeing more and more with our tank supports.
Great. Now we have 4 teleports possible amongst both teams.
Oh, good dodge out by Jinoo there as SofM just walked past the lane. But
I had enough of having 6 teleports in the game. Now I got to deal with 8.
Yeah, it feels like. When was teleport so OP that everyone ran it?
It got nerfed.
It's still good. Now it's down to 200 seconds.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at this.
SofM's just actually returned. Jinoo does it again.
You know what's the best nerf possible?
What?
No teleport.
Yeah, that's true.
No, that's when NA can win worlds. Actually, you can't do that. You can't do it.
No,
can't do it.
Not anytime.
Everyone's gonna be A ramming.
All right. Do you think Jinoo can do the dive though?
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay. He's level 3. Now going to be spotted out. Flandre needs to make a decision. Electrocute's going to come through again eventually.
Oh, no.
The dive's going to be through. Jiejie's here as well. Hookshot into wall shot. Jinoo spins to win for first blood, and EDG are all over them.
This is how tough it is. Flandre, you can't do too much with that Azir. Really just breathing down your neck.
This is what happens when, teleport going to be channeled for Flandre to get back into lane. When the Azir gets the lane, has the poke, and Scout picks himself up assist, but he has teleport as well.
And he has the Electrocute to be able to take any challenge. So if Camille wants to fully commit, got an Electrocute trade to follow up on you.
Yep.
Speaking of trades, a nice trade back on towards iBoy.
Yeah, Asura takes one himself though, so it's a little bit back and forth. Look at the pocket of gold that iBoy just got. 80, thank you kindly. So we're going to have a little bit more focus on the bottom lane. Soon we will. I think Asura almost dies, but Flandre, speaking of death, this was rough.
Yeah, I don't know what I missed on this one for us to see a replay, because that was just easy. Even getting the press the attack proc as a send-off.
Yeah.
Take that 45 DPS.
Get the logo, remember it, see what it looks like. As you can see, the lane swap almost came through again. It was Scout and Jinoo who were pinging out when the Camille started walking down, but Flandre stayed towards the top side, Scout returned, and Jinoo's still here against the Aurelia in the better one.
Yeah, the team that has the wave clear, that has the initial shove, will always have control of the lane priority, right? Yep. If you have both lanes shoving out, there's no way that Flandre or Plex will be able to choose their lanes. And if they do, they're losing a lot of waves. That's the issue. We got to see, I think it was LGD go up against FPX, and they had that exact same situation.
Yeah.
They had waves pushed in on them. They tried to change waves anyways, lost a lot of waves, and SofM saying, get the hell out of here.
And FPX made it look so easy over them as well. So EDG, see if it gets to that point, as now they're looking towards the top side. Flandre, don't check it, sir. You're going to die. The flash into hookshot, but can he get the wall shot? He flashes himself. Abscond, abducted. Flandre gets the shield underneath turret. Safety there. A lot burned while.
How much are we committing?
SofM wants to come in. Scout still focused from the side. Another teleport coming in. It's League of Teleports with the two-man. Flawless duet. Jiejie dies. And LNG getting some redemption here. As Jinoo's going to get stunned up. He can't spin for the health. iBoy comes through. They flash on top of him as well. They want him, but he's over the wall to safety. And LNG, that field must feel so good for them. As iBoy is still the one caught out. Over the wall, flawless duet will be saved by the devour from Meiko. He gets spat back out, but LNG still have big health bars, the heal to come through. Meiko then turns it on the Plex. No! LNG have walked too far forward because Scout was just waiting. He's going to find 1, 2, 3. SofM is away, but LNG had it so good until EDG caught them.
They may have bit way more off than they could shoot.
That's it.
That was a little bit tough for LNG, but they still came off pretty damn good. I mean, take a look at how much gold Asura was able to get off the bot side alone. So at least they have that going for them, but you got to have to wonder how long this replay is going to be.
Yep.
Because that was a long fight. I asked the question about how much are they going to commit for this. LNG was hungry for this fight. They were getting heavily punished within the lanes. They had a Sejuani and a Braum roaming up. So if we're just talking about any skirmishes that are taken, should be in the favor of LNG. They recognize that, and that's why they were willing to take the long chase. So they got one, easy. Flash over to get the other one. And even when he flashed over the wall, I was like, all right, maybe we can continue on with this. And that's where the concern went in. Because you start playing that rodeo music.
Yeah, we're speeding it up a bit for good reason.
And you're like, how far can we go? LNG truly believed that they could chase these guys all the way back to their own base.
Scout just from over the walls, like, you know what?
Take a look at the mini-map. The people who had initially died had come back, and they would have been able to join if that fight had gone on a little bit longer.
That was like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
What time? It's 7:30.
Yeah.
It's bedtime. Honestly, at this point, LNG may recover some back, but the start of that replay, I said, well, EDG still got, I guess, what they wanted in the end.
Look, it did LNG a lot of good because they were in a bad situation to begin with. The only problem is the situation hasn't changed.
And we're back. It's returned.
We're right back where we started.
Yeah.
Step 1 wasn't a good step.
We skipped it and we came back to step 1. Forgot how it works. It's like buying furniture from IKEA. You read the same instruction 10 times.
Oh my God.
You have no clue how it works anyway.
The success rate of nailing things in upside down is pretty high for me.
Yep. You're still talking about IKEA, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have to like completely redo it.
Yep.
And then realize, and it's like, all right, well, if only the, you know, the sheet had told me what exactly, you know, I could have actually nailed this one. I've been a bit happier.
Do you have, is there IKEA over here?
Yeah, there is.
Is there?
Yeah. When I first came to China, I actually went to an IKEA shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where I got the big shark. I don't know if you've seen the big shark plush, but I had it from IKEA.
No, I'm scared to come over to your house.
Yeah, it's
all you want to do is, you know,
a big old shark.
Play Street Fighter.
Well, you were the one that keeps saying, I want to learn Street Fighter,
yeah,
and
but
you don't want to play.
I'm scared. You seem like you're really good at it. It's rough. It's a fight as well for LNG here. So look at the Aurelia.
Let me look.
You're looking.
Yep.
How do you feel?
Don't feel good.
Okay. I feel okay. Because 2 kills in a lane that we've seen across the world be dominated. I think that's okay. You got Tiamat, you got the shove. Aurelia can start moving around towards the bottom side of the map and maybe start influencing the bottom itself a little bit more. Plex is in a better position than a Renekton would ever let an Aurelia get in.
Take a look. He's just sitting there because he's forcing Renekton to, you know, make the roam, at least to challenge his position. So you're right. The wave clear is there, and he's certainly utilizing it well. So who should be first at the wave? You'd expect it to be Aurelia now because Renekton is constantly thinking, where the hell is this guy?
Yeah. Only person to be spotted out is the jungler, is iBoy. That's an arcane shift used in. Very dangerous at this point in the game, but SofM, like I said, spotted out in the ward, can't roam down just yet. And Scout and Jinoo, Scout was actually moving to the mid lane, so still very flexible here for the top and mid. Flandre is going to get bullied out constantly still. 20 CS lead, building in that top lane. Not quite there yet. SofM has started the Dragon.
Scout does need a base here. No mana to his name, and Always concerned about the all-in that Flandre has, especially with teleport up. But take a look at this. Oh, no. Help.
No unbreakable up. iBoy starting to shoot some Qs. Oh, a mystic shot for Asura. That's a flash. Dragon, but no bottom lane pressure. That's what happens.
There's a lot of confusion there from LNG's bottom lane because they knew they had jungle pressure in the area. So they technically, if the fight ended up happening, would have been in their favor. But man, they would have taken a long time. And Asura found out late.
Yeah, he even gets poked out as he comes here. Thank God for the Sejuani passive. But there's going to be some turret plating given over to iBoy and Meiko.
We said that both of these players were great Ezreal players. The setup was not there for Asura last game.
Yep.
But certainly this time around, iBoy is thriving, is having a great time.
God, he's not the only one though, is he?
Yeah, he's not.
Flandre bullied up against the wall, now 25 CSs. Wait for the electrocute to come through. Flandre, CS or death? What do you want?
Look, I'm just going to tell you this. The end game screen, when you can check out how much gold this Klepto has been giving you, flatly is going to say
50.
0.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 works.
Okay.
Anytime, like, he's just not making gold. Oh, let's see if we get something here.
Duan and SofM waiting for Meiko. Look at this. Frog! Run! He spots him out the Emperor's Divide.
Interesting.
I guess he thought Flandre was going to jump on him.
Yeah, he was, as we all are, very confused. The motive, what was it? Do they want to hurt me or are they afraid to be hurt?
It's like Jiejie flashing over the wall last game, you know?
Yeah.
Just wants to show it in their face. Why not? Why not for a Rift Herald? Oh, the smite!
What?
The steal, 84 health. Kick yourself, Jiejie and Meiko.
Wow.
That's rough.
God bless SofM with that one.
Yeah.
He had limited vision. He must have seen the HP on that one, or at least had a good idea of where it was going to be. Fully commit with the teleport that Flandre had as well, so just in case it turns messy, he at least has backup.
Which lane does he want to improve the quality of life in?
Ah, good question. I'd say bottom lane.
Yeah.
If there's any lane, it's going to be bot.
Take Duan with you. He's on the roam. Plex is moving as well. SofM is going to have control with Scuttle Crab, so everything piling up as iBoy will not be able to defend this alone, so who's coming with him, or is the Renekton going to stay in mid?
I don't think quest goal has been completed by Duan. Going to have to take a look at that, but it's unfortunate to be able to be put in that position.
Only got 3 at the moment. Meiko now might be caught out, though. The concussive blows land in the end, down to half health, but will heal that back up. As 2v3, they're even willing to push back.
Yeah, get out of here.
That's a nice one tier Ezreal. Doesn't even need the Manamune right now.
Sedge is relentless. She wants this in their favorite bot lane. Oh my god, they're already in the bush.
Teleported. iBoy level 8. The dodge away. No, Meiko! I guess he saves him in the end. Sure, I take it all back because he's going to be locked down. Permafrost and the Tomb ready to be procced again. But LNG teleport down. Jinoo comes down as well. Now we're in a 4 versus 4.
Oh my god. Full committal, but overall, I mean, I like the play from Meiko. Just wanted to be able to be in a position to protect his AD carry. They both get out of jail free on that one if he's the one who's able to save himself. So, good catch, but take a look at this.
Yep.
For the 13 minutes that we've been having, that turret plating just doesn't exist anymore.
The Azir top is having such a good time. That's almost 40 CS. That is a Nash's Tooth picked up before the Trinity Force gets completed. And you know, second item's well on its way.
And he's been completely protected just based off of, jungle pressure, the Renekton as well, constantly looked in roam. And speaking of roams, here we go.
Right. It tags him.
Help!
That was half his health as well. Give him a break. I mean, Jinoo's coming up. He has Spear of Shojin.
Look, they're not hiding anything. The Renekton saw, literally him and the Sejuani saw each other, and he says, yeah, I'm still going top lane.
Yep.
The Ezreal ulti smashes Flandre's HP bar. And you're like, all right, well, they're definitely looking to dive me. So there we go. Full turret plating and tower gold goes over to Scout in the top lane.
450 gold. Let's go next item. What are we looking at here? The Azir picks up Sork Shoes, Blasting Wand. I mean, that in itself was about 1,600 gold that was just utilized there as Meiko might be caught out again. I said that last time as Jiejie steals away the Glacial Prison, the Vanguard's Edge onto the Tahm Kench. He's getting burst down, but slow enough as the Tomb is used onto Plex. Jinoo comes in. Here we go into the first item. Jinoo is spinning and winning, and again, Duan gets locked on down. We see him die immediately as Jinoo sliced and dies too many times for 2 kills to EDG.
Meiko bought enough time, allowed the teleport to be able to be paid off just like that. This has been real tough here for LNG to find any play.
Yeah. Early game of EDG in both games has been disruptive, but Jiejie, speaking of disruptive, the time catch not going to be there in time as SofM, the two-shot barrage goes right through him. Over the wall goes iBoy, takes him down, but look, iBoy now versus Flandre. Remember, Flandre is de-accelerated here while iBoy had a strong lane, so Manamune not there, but the damage still is, and Flandre walks his way out, but Scout was ready to Shurima him to death.
That EDG doubling down with Tom Kench ultimate is something of dreams right there. We saw that in the last series, just always blocking a possibility of getting a pick. Take a look at this one. This is the one that we saw, of course. Take a look at how much time Meiko bought for his own team. The teleport comes through, and that's when you start thinking, if you're LNG, oh no, we got to get out of here. Now we're outnumbered with how much time we spent trying to take down the cat frog. That was not going to happen.
Spirit Shojin paying dividends there for Jinoo. One to pick up the kills. 2 on the Renekton now. I'm just looking across the board. I'm thinking, okay, where's that window, LNG? What am I looking at again? Flandre's Camille? Maybe. I'm now looking at Plex. So once again, on the back of Plex here for LNG.
No. This is actually going to be hard. You can't look for this dive.
The Glacial Prison doesn't hit as well. The Emperor's Divide blocks him off. Flandre jumps on him to flash away, and he's out. He just slides past 3 members.
Yep, I mean, it's hard finding a dive on towards an Azir.
God, you're right.
And his ultimate wasn't even used as a bounce back. It was just a wall in general, just extra terrain just in case.
And surviving that for Scout means that EDG can just punish the rest of the lanes. Mid lane being the priority here. And gold now towards 4,000. At 16 minutes of the game, this is an EDG that we were really hopeful to see in summer, and I think we're seeing the cleanest part. Yeah,
it's looking good right now. I mean, honestly, EDG at Spring Split, the conversation was that they were the second best team of that split.
Yep.
At the end of of week 10, they were going toe-to-toe with Invictus Gaming. They were having some of the best performances in their lives. Ray was, you know, all LPL top laner alongside Jinoo, so like both of them were actually, you know, doing incredibly well for themselves.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if Jinoo himself was an all-LPL top. I don't think he was.
I don't think because of V5 standings, I don't think we actually included him in the conversation.
Yeah, he wasn't even. He was in the conversation amongst the casters, but not, of course, the people who were on that list.
Right.
Ray had a great performance, and the team going into playoffs had a lot of hype behind him. The reason why the Dominus upset was an upset wasn't simply because it was like the iconic name of EDG falling early. It was because EDG were looking absolutely good coming into the playoffs. Like, it didn't even feel like there was a possibility of losing in the first round to them, but they did. It was a huge shock to us, and so now they start back at step 1, the step no one likes. And they're looking good once again.
Even new top laner Jinoo, Jiejie coming into the roster, excited about the prospects once again. EDG sitting at 3K in this game, and looking at the Ezreal build, getting there, but LNG looking for something in the top lane as no one's falling into that trap. Jinoo playing very safely towards the river, waiting for the Aurelia to show her face. Now that that's happened, he can move back into lane, and they don't need to take any overt risks in this second game.
Yeah, I mean, right now, EDG are looking like some of the smartest flies on that wall. They look at that bowl of vinegar and say, I'm not touching that. They look at that one just blazing fire and say, that may look good, but I'm keeping away. Okay. I'm keeping my distance. Jinoo's doing the same thing. I was like, I don't like that fire.
He's stepping back.
I've seen a lot of dead friends around that fire.
Yep.
Correlation is looking like there's, you know, some causation
there's another fire on the bottom side, though. This one LNG might have to fly into because EDG say there are 3 people top. We know. They get 2 turrets for pretty much free here. A small trade by LNG, but EDG in the matter of 2 minutes now up 4,000. That mark has been hit.
Yeah, now the blue side jungle on the eastern quadrant is certainly going to be theirs.
Yep.
You're at a point right now where the dragon is going to be given away. Now, you can give it away since it's going to be a double cloud dragon for either or. But if I look at, once again, EDG's team, that team should work well with movement speed. It's not a bad dragon by any means. So it's going to be hard for LNG to really, once again, now they're back at this position, to fight back. I think they at least give themselves a good late game prospect. 2 great side laners. If Baron is ever a possibility, and you're going to have Kai'Sa farming up towards what is her Mura mana proc, if she gets out of this one alive.
It seems like this game, the window is a lot wider for LNG in terms of a comeback. At this point, Meiko might be that, but LNG not picking up on the Tom Kench. They don't want to be near him. They're still waiting for someone like iBoy, maybe Jinoo. But Jinoo's in the side lane right now. And for EDG, they're starting to overt into Flandre.
Ooh, close.
Yeah, very close. 19 HP was the mark.
Yeah, they had eyes on that one, so we're in a position where EDG is not willing to make a risk until Renekton finds himself at the turret. Looking at this mid lane turret, not much right now. If SofM can get a pick.
Sun turret set up to fall back on here for EDG as they're just working away. Something needs to be done now for LNG if they want to, but teleport going to be coming in. Duan locks down with the Glacial Fissure. They go in for the ult. They return it wisely against SofM and Duan, and they're so low that Flandre now can't engage.
Yeah, I didn't even think he had much of a possibility to engage anyways. The Braum ultimate that Jiejie had nabbed, and on top of that, the Azure turret right behind them. Very limited opportunities from LNG to ever find that successful flank.
Caliber of iBoy's Ezreal. Level 11 now. Just poking away, even towards SofM. He chunks him out heavy. Turret will eventually go down, and Baron opportunities start talking about in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, he has his Muramana fully stacked. iBoy right now is stacked in all weight cases. Actually, Asura has it himself too.
Yep.
So both AD carries are pretty lit. Pretty happy about that. I think LNG, if we're just talking about Kai'Sa being able to have a great amount of comeback through her kit, like especially once she finishes off Nashor's too. She does an absorbent amount of damage that Jinoo has to really respect in these team fights.
And I'm just looking across the board to the MR that EDG have picked up, and at the moment, doesn't look like there's much apart from the Tahm Kench, the Magic Resist shoes. So that Nashor's Tooth going to get a lot of efficiency across to EDG's comp.
Yeah, I don't think they should be building Magic Resist. Really, it's only the Kai'Sa, and you look along the side of LNG, they made the risk of having a pretty heavy AD composition. So I'm pretty happy with the builds that we're currently seeing. In fact, I should see more armor, but guess who's caught out?
SofM, True-Shot Barrage won't connect onto the Baron. Jiejie just setting himself up wisely. Will get chunked out pretty heavily after it as well as Plex walks through, and iBoy jumps into him as well. And that's the chunk I was talking about. He flashes just purely off of iBoy. He's ready to take any 1v1.
With how close they are to the Baron pit with that one, they can certainly turn on the objective. And I think LNG is recognizing that one too. Just keeping an eye on EDG if they end up moving back to the Baron buff itself.
They're going to get the second dragon instead. Double Cloud you were talking about. Jin is still in the side wave, and at this point, let's see what the next one is. Because
yeah, roll the dice.
You got an Azir and Ezreal this big. I think about the Silas and Infernal. That's what I was going to say. That's a feels good.
Now this is the fire that all flags will go to.
Yep.
LNG certainly need to contest that with the way this game has been heading. I think they'll have a good opportunity with 4 minutes will certainly give you the Nashor's Tooth. 4 minutes will give you time to push up that top lane wave. They do need to fight off this, though. The Baron buff is what the real worry is going to be.
So able to secure vision once again. There's everyone from EDG backed away. The back entailed Black Cleaver is the second item here for Jinoo. Protobelt was finished there by Jiejie a couple of moments ago. We already saw the Rylai's Crystal Scepter from Scout. He's got an needlessly large rod heading towards the third. Not interested in split pushing here is the Azir. Now Jinoo grouped up as well. EDG as a 5 stack and now moving towards that Baron.
All right, let's see how this game gets played out because Baron's certainly going to be on the table for EDG. You have Azir on your plate. Ezreal's already going to do a bit of damage.
Good dodge there from iBoy. It was pretty easy.
Yep.
SofM wanted something.
Just a Hail Mary.
Yep.
Right now, if LNG were not contracted to be in Chongqing, they'd be in Vegas. They need to be taking more risks.
Gambles there, but you know what? Gambling is a problem.
It's only a problem
if you lose.
Yes.
That is such a bad answer.
It is the only answer.
It's such a gamble. For LNG, when that gamble pays off, you know, we'll be talking 15 minutes time. Once again, I'm saying the same thing I said last game then. The opportunity widens the later we get in this game, but let's not forget the outplay is still there. Like Scout, iBoy, I'm looking at Jiejie, like late game Silas is unkillable at some points and gets to the point where he has every single ult in the team fight. So you cannot deny that EDG still find their window into that late game if it goes that long and can just as easily take it away. Depends on the Baron though. So let's see who starts it off first, because a fight around Baron Could just be all she wrote for LNG, but could also bring them back in.
And this is the discussion we've had last game too. EDG having firm control of mid lane shove.
Yep.
Scout even goes back to base and gets himself a rabbit on his death cap, so he's ready for any fights. Stopwatch also being armed up by Jinoo, so they want to fight right now. And they have consistent wave clear with Azir, so this is the same situation that LNG's been put in. They have to consistently respond to the mid lane shove, and it gives EDG the opportunity to clear these waves, clear the wards that is, and then move towards the Baron buff.
I was literally just gawking at the Rabadon's death cap from Scouts. And that's what really amazed me at the end of the day. SofM doesn't want to be caught out here as well. That's the definite factor is the wave clear mid, you're right. There's full control there. Look at Flandre on the bottom side. Now, he does not have teleport. Flandre is about a minute out from teleport being up, maybe 30 seconds. So this is a window for EDG that they can play around.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, the whole journey that he's going to have to come up mid lane to be able to help out in a specific fight, yeah, that's always a concern, but the composition you have from LNG can certainly take a 4v4. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Tom Kench nearby. Meiko denies anything here from Asura, who has the 3 items himself.
There is so little that they see that they're not willing to take that ultimate whatsoever. There are some teams that will still take that fight. SMLZ would take that ulti.
Well, let's teleport.
Here we go.
To the mid lane turret. Flandre jumps in. Meiko spits him back out. iBoy is not the one targeted. You target the top laner. It's Scout who goes down. The Azir drops. But remember, Jinoo gets the resets as Jiejie now joining the fight. And LNG are dissipated. They're separated. And SofM has now been hung, drawn, and quartered himself. EDG get 2 for 1 after coming and scattered themselves.
LNG challenged them. They said, all right, we'll get this dive across. Let's see if you can at least react to it. And they did. Members were there for the defense, and so even though they got the kill on the Scout, I mean, that's a 2 for 1.
Teleport might dissuade the Baron, though, from EDG. It gets low. Meiko is going to be the zoning factor. No vision here as they will spot out onto Jinoo.
Oh, no.
Killer Instinct is available. Asura now hitting from the back line. They jump on in. The flash on in from Jinoo as well. Finds Flandre, and Asura just gets destroyed. But Plex getting reset city here. Jinoo goes golden mid-spin, and for LNG, the fight is there. But iBoy jumps on in. The flawless duet saves the day in the end. And Plex is the only reason iBoy was not able to 1v3.
Plex was godly in that fight. That was what LNG needed, because that was the most crucial part of the game. And now we might see the change in guards.
Death timers are so scattered here, and the 2 members with teleport, rather 3, are not up for at least 20 seconds. As they're going to find Scout. He's being caught out once again. The Emperor's Divide available. He flashes away, but gets himself out. Only just teleport going to re-come in here, and the Azir stops the Baron.
Yeah, that would have been a teleport from iBoy too, with his death timer coming in close. That stops LNG from picking up Baron. Let's take a look at how it all started off, because this was a good dive from LNG, but remember, they were essentially banking on the fact that EDG would not collapse on time. You also see the Silas coming in from the back, but this is what's the most important part.
Control ward over the side. It's going down extra quick with 5 members.
Oh, no.
Redemption there as well. SofM looking for the steal. Emperor's Divide denies, and Scout himself picks up the Baron. Net win for EDG.
There we go. They had communicated that one well. They knew the role that Azir had, and that SofM didn't have flash.
But now they're heading towards the Infernal. LNG towards the same path as the map lit up like a Christmas tree here on the observers. And LNG have to let this one go. There's no way SofM can get near it. An Infernal with the Baroned up team. In EDG, it's time to start knocking.
Yeah, we're definitely at a defensive curl. We're hoping that Asura can get to his Rabadon's death cap sooner rather than later.
Yep.
But at this point, it really does feel far too gone. Maybe they can get one fight. That's what I'm looking for. But iBoy, you saw in the last fight, even if it was a losing fight, he was still playing it out really well.
Yeah.
To kite back, a lot of those bruisers didn't have much of a chance, but once again, all hope on Plex. This is the second game in a row where we looked at Plex performing incredibly well to keep LNG in it.
With hope on him. 3-item Aurelia. Jiejie up and available as well, so he can make some pretty wacky plays and get out of as a resort. Jiejie on Jinoo. And not one on the Camille on the top lane just yet. So revivability available for both teams, but looking at the 4-item Ezreal with the Mortal Reminder. You mentioned the Rabadon's not there just yet. Steric's Gauge for the top lane Camille. And those are our items, ladies and gentlemen. Probably going to be the last time you see them as EDG relying on this mid lane push.
Ooh, they're moving with this wave, as you said, and they're really relying on Flandre getting cut out. We saw him on the bot lane wave. We'll see if we get a flank at all here for SofM. He's looking for it.
Flandre trying to kite through vision, but look, that ward there is going to be a pain.
I don't know if he sees him. I doubt. I think he's just outside of the rim of vision.
Side waves are pushing against him as well, so time to back here from EDG.
Uh-oh, he might find a good fight.
Oh, Jiejie sees him just in time, though. Thank God for the scanner.
That's tough to swallow.
Yeah.
We're so close to being able to get a pick off of Jiejie, but plays it well, goes into uncharted territories, and has his scanner at the same time.
So we're just back to normality for a little bit. Minute 13 of the Baron buff. And if LNG can keep their base up there, inhibitor turrets from EDG, then this Baron, this doesn't mean too much, and it means LNG still have a way to get into this game.
Yeah, remember we're a minute off on Baron buff going up, but another point. Oh, wait a minute. Scout?
Not yet. Walks into the mid lane. Wow, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
That's with Unbreakable up.
Scout.
He heads into Duan again. SofM's there. He wants the lockdown. He finds onto Scout, who gets devoured up. The Vanguard's edge as the Shreema shuffle sends him back. Scout eventually dies, though, so over the wall, we need to look at the rest of EDG coming into the fight. Jinoo finding his way in, but a flawless duet from the ages as LNG, all 5 of them are low. Jinoo looking for the chase.
So close, Braum would have been slowed. iBoy was just a pixel off from being able to get the kill on Duan. They're just trying to get anything. But yeah, we were eyeing how Scout was that aggressive in finding those picks. Finally, LNG just double down and get the kill. So close to not even having an exit strategy.
It's the mid laners again,
oh,
right?
No!
Scout versus Plex and Flandre versus iBoy. Hook shot, wall shot to secure his escape route, but further to my point, if Scout dies, that 4-item Azir does nothing in the fight, and he can't fire away. Sure, there's other elements of EDG, but remember, big death timers too on the mid laner.
We're nearing full items here for iBoy.
Yep.
He is the most stacked person on the map right now. I mean, a lot of people are starting to gear into picking up their last items. He just needs to finish up that last component of QSS. That's how fed he is currently.
I'll be coming up with a couple more waves. Level 15 on the Ezreal. And moments ago, we saw the steal away from the Scuttle Crab. Baron's coming up in 2 minutes, so that's going to be pretty handy here for EDG.
Yeah, EDG can definitely just do what they were doing last time. Rely on wave clear mid and just move to either the Baron buff or the Infernal Dragon. Get a double Infernal with the composition that they have. That's just fruits. That's just insane to be able to work with.
Yep. Insane to see EDG still pushing forward in this game, but even better so. I wanted to see LGD fight back LNG. Too many Gs in the middle of L's. Yeah? No? Who knows?
You got a lot of games
on inhibitor turrets, yep. SofM looking for the flank though. He's in a good position, but he's spotted out by a ward. Flandre flashes in on top of Scout once again, gets devoured. The target's still there, but they're under the sun turret. The Emperor's defied! Sets up the fight though! Everyone's sent backwards while Flandre re-engages, but this time Scout survives! The Azir hits and spears, and this time it's Plex in the middle. Quadra kill for Scout. He's running forward. He won't get the Penta, but let me tell you that Scout's ult won them the game.
That's what he was setting himself up for. With how many bruisers have been flying at his head, he just wanted to be able to get them back with the Azir soldiers and just spear him in.
A match of the week that delivers. That's what I saw here from EDG. But in LNG's home arena, they 2-0 them, and they proved that they're heading towards playoffs as a good favorite.
See the face of Jiejie. Smiling. You gotta be. Why not? That was a great performance from EDG in this series because a lot of doubt was starting to reign through. Whenever EDG loses one series,